Well,
You don't always get what you want.
boy, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say that exact same thing. My family started out in Little Canada on a dairy farm. Then my dad passed away when I was 17 months old. So then we traveled around the east side of St. Paul, lived there. Pretty much grew up on the east side of St. Paul, went to Johnson High School.
My parents built a house on the east side of St. Paul, and I grew up there and went to Johnson High School. Well, we met in high school. She was just a nice little gal that I kind of liked. We ended up meeting like in gym class. I was a year older than her. I was one of the gym helpers, and when they had the little dance classes, I found myself wanting to dance with her. So we kind of got together, and after a few meetings or whatever where she didn't really want me, she decided that maybe she'd go out with me, and then we've had fun ever since.
My mom used to bake bread all the time. And that was one of the coolest things I can remember about coming home for lunch when I was in grade school, was coming home and having homemade bread for lunch. And she'd make spaghetti. We'd have spaghetti for dinner. She spent a lot of her time in the kitchen too. So I think that's where I got it from. That's where I like to spend my time, in the kitchen. Not cooking so much anymore, but I like the baking part of it. I like giving it away. I like to take care of the elderly and the young. And the young at heart.
Yeah, keep me fed. I grew up in a house where my dad had to plant everything because it was all just dirt. So he grew about 5 different varieties of trees. And he had a couple different varieties of grass. He had that great big leaf tree, catalpa, and he had a maple tree in the corner. I don't know, just things like that kind of made you, think, wow, landscaping is kind of nice, That's where I kind of picked it up from my dad. Kind of enjoyable to look at the different types of trees that I planted. I like to see the evergreens in the wintertime stay green. It's kind of reassuring that spring is on the way.
It started out when I was born, May 15th, 1974, 3:30 p.m. I was born 2 days before Grandma's 23rd birthday. So I was Grandma's birthday present, best birthday present ever. 2 days early, right? I was gonna have a little sister, so then we needed a bigger house. So we moved to Rosewood, and Rosewood is on a horseshoe, and it's a really nice neighborhood. Growing up, we could play outside, and then when it was time for dinner, Grandpa would whistle, and then that would mean that we had to come home. Grandma loved cooking, and one of my memories is that she would make stuffed peppers. When I think of stuffed peppers, I think of summertime. She worked at Sterling's Cafe for 50 plus years. She would make a lot of people at Sterling's Cafe cookie trays. And she would bake, and she would bake, and she would bake, and she would have tons and tons of plates of cookies for everybody. And we had a pond in our backyard, so we would feed the ducks in the summertime, and in the wintertime we would skate. I forgot one thing about Grandpa. He's a good dad, just like Mom's a good mom.
I'll just take a small one.
Yeah, good choice.
Ta-da!
Cheers.
Nice. You can eat the cookie now.
Oh.